leader of a Mexican megachurch has been sentenced to nearly 17 years in prison over sexually abusing minors. Nason Joaquin Garcia, who has millions of followers around the world, pleaded guilty just last week in Los Angeles to 3 separate felonies. Now, this all came right before a highly anticipated trial was just set to begin. Telemundo 52 Los Angeles anchor Carmen Marquez has been following the story for us and joins us now. Carmen, thank you for joining us. How exactly did we get to this point? I mean, we've all sort of seen, those of us who have been following this, have been watching people come out and just kind of share these heartbreaking stories, family members describing what's happened to their daughters. How did we get here?
Morgan, thank you so much for having me here. After a long-awaited trial and after fighting against the charges, Garcia pleaded guilty to 3 felonies and will now be facing 16 years and 8 months in prison. This is an extremely difficult moment for the families who were sitting in a courtroom here in Los Angeles with a man accused and convicted of crimes against their children. A man they once esteemed as the religious leader, the so-called Apostle of Christ, who counted 5 million followers. Prosecutors said that Garcia abused his position as a spiritual leader by grooming his victims, by threatening them with spiritual consequences if they didn't comply with his wishes. Now, the statements from the victims were incredibly painful for all in the courtroom to hear, Morgan.
And we even heard, some of those families describe these amenazas, these threats to even extended, members of the family. I mean, has the church made any comment before or even after this sentencing?
They have, and the victims feel completely betrayed. They feel like the plea is a breach of justice and that Garcia, who horribly abused them, could one day return to the streets as a free man. And then, after hearing the testimonies, Morgan, many of Garcia's followers still consider him their leader and are committed to supporting him until the end, regardless of being incarcerated or not.
I mean, this is just so devastating. But, Carmen, I have to say, you are doing an incredible job over at Telemundo 52. And my hat, I have a special place in my heart for those who are telling these stories that are affecting all of our communities, in both of our languages. So, muchísimas gracias, and I appreciate your time.
Gracias a ti, Morgan. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.